in the Mojave Preserve, kind of driving around with a friend who told me about this really amazing cabin that he thought I should check out. So we drove out from Vegas through the Mojave Preserve, which is very desolate, and we ended up way down this little dirt road in front of this amazing old farmhouse. I don't know what it was, but we got to go inside and check this out because this thing is amazing. Look at these giant Joshua trees. First of all, here's the front entrance. This was the front yard back in the day. Like, who lived here? This house is ginormous. Look, before we go in, I'm just gonna give you a look at the side. Look how big this house is. I mean, this is no joke. Way out here in the Mojave Preserve. Like, what were these people doing? I mean, the railroad goes through here, so maybe it was people in the railroad business that lived here? Or maybe it was just some miners, I don't know. But it's a really nice house. And again, the front yard here is pretty nice too. They got look at that grapevines growing, a little shady arbor over on that side. These giant Joshua trees in the front. But I know you guys are curious to go inside the house. So enough beating around the bush. Let's see what's inside this amazing old abandoned farmhouse. This thing out here on the front porch. I wonder what this was. Almost looks kind of like a drafting table, the way the top is slanted like that. Wonder. Maybe it was used for, well, maybe this was mining, like miners lived here and they would use that table to sort through their ore. I don't know, they don't usually have a sloped top like that though. Weird. But this porch is beautiful. Sit out here in the shade on a day like today, it's just gorgeous. Yeah, there's a bunch of other buildings way out there. We're gonna go check those out too. But one step at a time. First, let's go in here. Okay, we gotta be careful not to breathe in hantavirus. Wow. Look at this place. Holy wow. Oh my God, you guys, this abandoned house is amazing. Look at the ceiling. And it's 2 stories. I think there's an upstairs, so you can see that's pretty solid floor up there. Pretty solid floor down here too. I mean, these wooden floorboards. Look at these old, I don't know what this was. Quick cure. Something zdrowy for your health. Kraut? Oh, it's some kind of kraut. Huh. And then look at this. Hollywood safflower margarine, safflower oil. Interesting. Oh, look. Taster's choice. Freeze dried coffee. Holy cow, I mean, this stuff is old. Okay, I want to go around this. Okay, I want to go around this whole room, make sure I don't miss anything. How nice the light is in here. Beautiful. I mean, everything was built. Look at this. Look at this butcher block chopping block. I mean, things were made to last back then. I don't know how old this place is, but it's a legit butcher block. Look, there's a piece missing out of it. That's cool. It's interesting to see how they made it. They just stuck a bunch of boards together. Wow, I mean, I wonder what, so the first room that we came into there, sorry about the door light. That first room there, I'm assuming was some kind of like front room, maybe parlor kind of a deal, living room. Then you came back here, maybe this was like a dining room because there's this built-in like sideboard kind of a deal. It's where they had all their dishes. Nothing in there. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. There's lots of mouse poop in there. Oh, what's this? Newspaper. Maybe this will give us a clue as to how long this place has been abandoned. Look. Bette Midler. My 10 favorite records. She liked Aretha Franklin, Billie Holiday, Laura Nyro, Rolling Stones. Oh, here, look. Family Weekly, January 6, 1974. Dang. Oh, yeah, look it up here. There's an interview with Jimmy Kahn. No way. What was this? You guys ever read the Family Weekly? 1974. Well, apparently Bette Midler was a connoisseur of music. People cared about her opinion back then. I don't know, man. I used to work at the Bette Midler show at Caesar's Palace. I am not really a fan. She has some couple songs that I liked okay, but when it came for her to start wailing that friggin' banshee Wind Beneath My Wings every night, oh God, oy vey. Not a fan. Holy moly. There's a bunch of rooms back here. Look at this. These are the back windows, I guess. Oh, here's more of the newspaper. Let's see. Little League teams, parents yelling foul. Oh, look, it was the Las Vegas Review-Journal. I can't see the date because the paper is folded over, but that's kind of fun. Let's try to guess when it was. First of all, here's what the market prices were. At Henderson's favorite grocery store on Boulder Highway, they had porterhouse steak for $1.89 a pound. They had fresh lean ground beef for 55 cents a pound. All meat franks were 69 cents a package. Purina cat chow was 49 cents. Boy, I don't know. That was the olden times, man. Prices aren't that cheap anymore. I'm guessing this had to have been at least the 70s. I mean, look at this picture. Woman police officer armed with her service revolver joins uniformed policeman hiding behind an auto during a search of a wooded area in San Francisco for an armed man police said participated in a Mill Valley holdup on Tuesday. 2 women and a man, all Nevadans, were taken into custody. A second man escaped. Interesting. Oh, look, here's a show guide. Here's what was going on back then. At the Aladdin, Viva Paris Viva was playing. At Caesar's Palace, Tom Jones and Frankie Roman. Circus Circus, the world's greatest circus acts. Desert Inn, Debbie Reynolds. The Dunes, Casino de Paris, or I guess Casino de Paris, 75. Then over at the Flamingo, you could go see Peggy Lee and Ronnie Shell. Oh man, it just goes on and on. Look at all this. Oh, look at the Frontier. You could go see Frank Sinatra Jr. Bill Cosby was playing over at the Hilton. Jerry Van Dyke down at the Marina. Golly, the Carpenters were at the Riviera. Toady Fields and Leslie Uggams were down at the Sahara. Wayne Newton at the Sands. Oh, wow. Dick Clark. So interesting. Sorry, I know it's really dim lighting in here. Hopefully you can see this stuff, but holy cow. And then look at this giant ad. Buddy Hackett and Dick Jensen at the Sahara. Spend Jewish New Year's, Rosh Hashanah, with Buddy Hackett. It's Friday, September 5th, 5736. That doesn't help me. I'm trying to figure out what year this paper is from. Apparently it's from 5736. You guys know when that was? Let's see what's on the back. Man, this paper is amazing. New York Stock Exchange. Wednesday, final closing. Oh, maybe this will give us some hints as to... Well, let's look for a blue chip stock, like... Oh, I don't know, man. This is confusing. McDonald? I don't think that's McDonald's. I don't think we're going to get any clues. Oh, how about this? Car makers take regulatory issue to American people. In Detroit, for the first time that year, the 4 major car makers announced a joint nationwide advertisement taking a regulatory issue to those who must ultimately pay for it, the American people. Starting today, nearly every daily newspaper in the U.S. will run an ad which begins, "You'll be paying the bill, so let Congress know your choice." You guys remember when that happened? What year was that? I mean, I know it was 5736, but what was it in regular writing? Oh, here. September 4, 1975. Okay, well, I kind of figured it was 75 because that other one was 75, but it was kind of fun to make it a game. Holy cow, that old paper was fun to look at. But look down here. I think this is like a root cellar. This goes kind of down underground. And it's noticeably cooler down here, so it makes sense. If you lived out here in the desert, you would have a, like, keep all your food on these shelves sort of underground. Oh yeah, it's cool down here. Nothing in here now but rat poop, but holy cow, look at the roof joists. And even the way these shelves were constructed, like, this stuff was built to last. I mean, you see those new homes they slap up in Vegas nowadays, and it's like, you know, they're made out of cardboard practically, but this place, look. Look at that, that was built to last. I mean, look at this screen door that was, this house has to be like 100 years old. And look how good of condition the screen door is still in. I mean, if you go to Summerlin 100 years from now, I guarantee none of them cracker boxes are going to be standing. Wow, so here we're coming back up out of the root cellar, and then through that doorway, that's the front yard, and then through this doorway, that's the backyard. But I'm gonna go back into the house because I haven't looked at everything in there yet, and we didn't go upstairs. We gotta try to get upstairs. Oh, the light, look, it's just so beautiful in here. The old locks on the door. The knobs are gone. Man, this house would be an amazing volunteer cabin. It's like some kind of weird... Oh, that's a potato bin. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's so friggin' dark, but look. It's one of those bins that comes out at an angle like that. You would have all the potatoes or carrots or whatever in. Interesting. Oh, what a great... This place must have been beautiful when people were living here. Okay, so like I was saying, I thought that was the front kind of sitting area, parlor, living room. This might have been a dining room. This back here was probably the kitchen because it has these built-in cabinets, which interestingly open up into the back of that sideboard in the dining room, right? It's the same unit. It's weird. So like you could open it on this side and I guess put the food in there and then close the doors, and then the people on the other side could take it out without having to look at the cook. Kind of a servant situation, I guess. But anyway, so that back there is the way to the root cellar, but over here there's another room. It's real dark, so turn my flashlight on. See what's back in here. This looks like it was maybe a bedroom or something. I don't know. There's nothing in here. It's just a boarded up window. But again, you know, oh look, it was wired for electrical. Everything's super solid. The walls are, there's some kind of a closet. Oh, here's the stairs going up. Oh, I see. It's a closet, but the staircase going upstairs is the back wall of the closet. So we'll go up those stairs in a minute. Look back here. Oh, it's like a... Oh, we're under the stairs here. You can still see it slanting going up. Wow, this kind of reminds me of that abandoned roadhouse I went to in Calistoga, but this one's in much better condition because it's in the dry desert, not in the rainy forest. Holy cow, look how much junk is in these drawers. Like all these desert animals have just packed it full of little bits of, sorry about the light, little bits of newspaper and bones and feathers, and it's just jam-packed with, every drawer is full. And look at that, that was like built-in shelving. Nice. Okay, now we're going back up to the front room. So this is the room on the other side of that living room, next to the living room. I don't know if it, maybe this was, oh, it looks like there's, I don't know if you can see that, there's sliding doors. These were sliding doors that came together. So this was kind of like a drawing room on this side, right? Like a private drawing room. So basically, to go back to the front door, we're looking in at the living room, go ahead on into the kitchen and all that stuff. But if we go to the right, there would have been these really cool sliding pocket doors that are still on their rollers. Look at that. You can see it up here. You pulled those doors aside, now you came into this room, which I don't know what this room would have been, a drawing room or a library. Probably pretty nice. Oh wow, what's this? Oh, it's a gourd. Sorry, this flashlight's terrible. It's a gourd, just a dried out old gourd in the desert. Old screens and stuff in here. So yeah, you would have come into this room. Although if it was a drawing room, why is there a closet in it? That's weird. Maybe it was like a master bedroom, but it seems like a weird bedroom. There's no bathroom down here. I don't even think they had indoor plumbing. Just came through that weird little closet area and then went back into the back. Interesting. All right, well, enough beating around the bush. Let's go up the stairs. Because I know that's what everybody wants to do, right? Spooky staircase. Look at this. Ooh, let's go. Wow. Now we're upstairs, and the upstairs floor is in really good shape, unlike the Calistoga Roadhouse, which had a very sketchy upstairs floor. But so you can see there, we just came up those stairs, and now we're on the second floor. Let's see what's up here. Wow, so there's this, which looks like people had clothes hanging here. I don't know if this was a bedroom. It's very narrow. I mean, because the configuration of this upstairs, it looked like it was just one big room, right? So straight ahead is where those clothes hangers were. Maybe that was just sort of like the closet annex of it, and then this area here was like the bedroom. I mean, let's go look out the window real quick. If you lived in this beautiful old farmhouse, this would have been your view. Look at this. I know it's really windy today. Hopefully my windsock is keeping the noise down to a minimum. We'll go out and check that mine and stuff out later, but for now, and that other house too, but for now let's finish this house. Wow, I mean, this place was built to last. How old do you think this place is? Look, here's a door. What's in here? Oh, a closet. So then why do they have that weird ass curtain rod over there? Oh, look, here's another jar. Let's see what this was. Safflower mayonnaise. Hang. You guys ever use that? Huh. Look, here's another newspaper. You know I like to read my papers. Let's see what's this paper. Back to school sale. Rubbing alcohol back in those days, 24 cents. Oh, look. Peachy portfolio, 2 for $1. Did you guys ever use Peachies? I did. Let me put this in the light where we can see it better. Oh, that was the Albertsons back to school sale, where you could get Peachies 2 for $1. Toothbrushes 4 for $1. I'm assuming this is also the Las Vegas Review-Journal, probably from 1975, right? Because that's where all them other papers were. Look at this stuff. Something's always on at Albertsons. Open 24 hours. Look at that. And here was all the addresses in Vegas of all the different Albertsons. Golly. The old Las Vegas Review-Journal. You know who owns the Las Vegas Review-Journal now? Sheldon Adelson. He bought it. He owns the paper. And I used to know a lot of people who wrote for the paper. As a matter of fact, I used to write for the Review-Journal for a minute. A lot of my friends quit or got fired because they didn't want to write what Sheldon Adelson wanted them to write. Crazy. Look at this. Prices sure were different back then. Oh, here's the comics. Oh, here we go. Yeah, September 4, 1975. Oh, let's see. So many comics with so little time. We can only pick one comic to read, guys. Hagar the Horrible, Dick Tracy, Apartment 3G. No, I'm going to go with Andy Capp because he's a funny alcoholic. You should see my wages, pet. Mind you, the overtime work is crippling me. Odd work never hurts anybody. Finish it. I guess that's his hag shrew wife. Especially those who never do any. Sadist. Oh, I don't get it. Comics weren't funny back then. Oh, look, here's some kind of like electrical panel. Maybe this was the fuse box. Oh, no. It's just this really creepy crawl space. Oh, it just goes under the, you can see under the eaves there. It's just kind of like an attic storage space. Really nothing in there, but, oh, there's a chimney. I don't remember seeing a fireplace downstairs. We'll have to go back down and check. Huh. Yeah, I did notice over here, on the other side here where we just came up the stairs, there's also a, sort of like an attic crawl space in here. But this one has a hole in the floor. You can see down to the first floor. So you'd have to be careful on that one. All right, well, I think we should go back downstairs and try to find that fireplace. But be careful, this is a steep staircase. I just can't get over how well constructed everything in this house is. Oh, okay, so upstairs where that fireplace was, there's that thing. I've seen those. If you watched my abandoned mineral springs resort up at the Idaho-Nevada border by Jackpot, they had those in every room. I guess it was some kind of old-time furnace or chimney. What was that? Why is there that weird hole? Like, where's the brick from the chimney? Remember that we saw that brick? Oh, there it is. It's brick. I guess it just came down and they piped out the hot air. I don't know how things worked in those days with those old-time furnaces. You guys, this is maybe my favorite abandoned house I've ever been in. And I didn't see any no trespassing signs or anything, so hopefully nobody gets mad at me for shooting in here. Just sitting out here in the middle of the desert all by itself. I'm not going to say exactly where it is because I don't want people to come out here and vandalize it, but it's an amazing place. Wow, that was such a cool farmhouse, but I think we should go around back and see what's in the backyard. Check out the grounds. Oh, here's the bathroom back here, I guess. I mean, that was a water tank at one time. Now it's empty, obviously. It's a huge hole carved inside. It doesn't look like they were using it as a water tank, though, because look, there's like a shelf in here. Oh, look, there's a bird's nest. Oh, wow, cool. Look at that little bird's nest. Oh, there's eggs in it. Oh, some bird is using it. I better get out of here right now. I don't want to freak her out. Aw. But like I was saying about this water tank, you can see they cut a doorway into it. So obviously it wasn't being used as a water tank. Almost looks like it was a shower, right? Like whatever is coming through that hole there was a shower head, but that's electrical. I don't know. Color me confused. If anybody has an idea, let me know. Because meanwhile, right next door, there's this little rusted out old corrugated tin shack with a bathtub in it. And that definitely had a shower head at one time. So this was apparently a shower and a bathroom. What the heck is the deal with the water tank? That's weird. And then back here, we got this guy. It was like a barbecue smoker. But I don't know. It says Shell Oil Company. Looks like it had some water or oil or something in it. I don't know why it's back here by the bathroom. Weird. So this is the backyard. It's all chicken wired over. Look at that. There's chicken wire covering it. I wonder why. What it's trying to keep out. Or maybe that was just where they had all these grapevines trained up. That's for the chicken wire. What that was for. Because these grapes are doing amazing out here. I didn't realize grapevines grew in the desert. Oh, look. And then if we look back here towards the wall of the house, that is that root cellar that we went down into earlier. You can see here, there's the roof of the root cellar. Remember I said it was buried underground? You can get a kind of a vantage point here and see exactly how far underground. That thing is almost entirely underground. That's cool. No wonder everything stays so cool down there. Oh, and that gourd that we saw upstairs, that's what they grow on, that vine there. I've seen them out here before. I tried to grow one in my backyard, but it didn't take. You can see there's another dried up gourd shell. See, these weird like squashes grow on those vines, and they're perfectly round, and then they dry up into these perfect gourds. They're really cool. I don't know what those are called. Anyways, let's go back here, because look, backyard's got some really interesting looking stuff going on. I mean, knowing the area out here in the Mojave Preserve, I think there was a lot of mining out here. I mean, we came down Morning Star Mine Road, so whatever was going on here, maybe it was mining related. I mean, I didn't see too many things in that house that looked mining related. They just looked like a farmhouse. Weird, but this looks like some kind of work shed. They were probably working on. I mean, yeah, this looks like the kind of table you would bust up ore on. Look, this looks very mining. I mean, it had tables to work on, had shelves to keep all your stuff. Look at even this really neat old workshop shelf where you could keep all your screws and bolts and everything organized. Now the only thing being kept here is different types of mouse turds. That's our female turds there. Those are the male turds. I don't know. It says here Union 1/4 STL. That one says 1/4 L. I guess those are just the measurements for whatever tools they were keeping there. It's not really a clue as to what was going on. I mean, there's a few things on the floor here. Pep Boy's transmission fluid and St. Ives henna conditioner. Oh, funny. I used to use St. Ives. Oh, wow. And then look at this busted up desk. Old metal work desk. Huh. I don't know what was going on in this. I mean, if it was a mining operation, well, I don't know. There's another room next door. I mean, there's a lot of automotive stuff here, so obviously they were working on cars too. Look at this beautiful old rusty oil barrel. I know it's kind of weird to say that that's beautiful, but The light is really bad on it right now, so you guys probably can't see, but this side here that's in the sun, some really pretty rust patterns on it. I would take that barrel and put it in my backyard for something, but I'll leave it here because it's not mine to take. Okay, I think there's one more room in this workshop building. Let's see what's in here. I mean, see what I was saying about this, the way that this metal, this corrugated metal rusts, it's just beautiful. It's green and blue and red, orange, brown, like all kind of different colors in it. And such a neat pattern. That's like, you know how you can buy those paintings like a gorilla painted or an elephant painted? Like nature painted this. That's pretty cool. I mean, even this oil can looks neat with all the rust on it. All right, so this room here looks just like more of the same. It's kind of a twofer. Here's another little area. Another oil barrel. Bunch of old, I guess those were like sandbags, rotted apart. Doesn't look like there's really any fun artifacts to poke through in here, but oh wait, then there's one last building back here, like shed in the back. And this seems like the kind of place where snakes would love to hide out on a hot day. I gotta be careful. This looks, I mean, first of all, there's a ton of, you know, like burrow poop, I'm not sure. And then there's all this mesh chicken wire. It almost seems like maybe it was a chicken coop. Back there certainly was a chicken coop. Let's go check that out. Yeah, this looks like this had to have been some kind of a hen house or something. Go around the front. Oh my god, but before we go around the front, just a quick pano of this beautiful desert all around us. And when I say remote, like this Mojave Preserve is remote. I don't even know where your nearest neighbor would be here. I mean, the only thing I even know about in the Mojave Preserve is Kelso. There's a railroad depot there. I don't even think anybody lives there. But in these times, I guess people did. Yep. Looks definitely like this was a little chicken coop, and this was the little fenced-in yard for the chickens. And then this is where they would go roost in here. Hen house. Nice. Okay, so let's just imagine the lives of the people that lived here for a minute. They had hens, fresh eggs, fresh chicken. I don't know if they were able to grow any vegetables or anything here. It's pretty arid, but maybe they had a vegetable garden somewhere. I mean, that almost looks like it could have been a raised bed at one time. And if they didn't grow vegetables here, where did they get vegetables? Although those newspapers in there were from 1975. It's not that old. Maybe, you know, they just drove into town to get food. Wow. So interesting. And here's the back side of the old farmhouse. This looks like it was some kind of maybe corral or paddock. They had mules or horses or something. Far out. Far out. I enjoyed exploring this farmhouse probably more than you know. This was a neat place. Except for I just noticed that creepy chain hanging up there. It looks like they maybe did some hangings here. Anyways, there's so many more buildings around here. We gotta go explore this house too. Let's go check that one out.